Okay, we have the green bars, we have the live counter ticking up, so we should now be live, which of course means welcome back to the Storytime Network. As much as I said, oh fuck, I don't think I did. Oh well, oh no.
You're fine. Don't worry about it.
Give me it. No, give me a sec. I fucked something.
Is it borked? How borked is it?
Well, I kind of did part of the stream information, then got distracted, didn't finish it, and didn't click done. So,
Whoops. Hey, Kaido. How goes it?
Hello, how are you guys doing?
Good. Mill's just correcting a slight error in the stream info.
I'm dumb.
Why, what did you
Like,
do?
He labeled it as Lego Star Wars rather than Crime Scene Cleaner.
Well, as I said, I did half of it, then got distracted, as is my wont. Also didn't click done, so it just looks completely undone, and yeah, just...
I think it's fine. I feel like it's like I don't know, like something completely different.
And now for something completely different. Wait, what?
I mean, you're exploring a map, you're doing tasks, you have objects that you hold in your hands. It's basically Lego Star Wars.
Luckily, this game doesn't have as much of a platforming aspect, which I am terrible at.
I haven't. God, I think the last time I played a Lego Star Wars game would have been the one based on the Clone Wars show.
Wow.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Lego Star Wars, but if we're talking about Lego games in general, it would have been the third Lego Batman game.
The Lego Batman games I remember being fun, but I didn't play all of them. I think I only played the first one.
I liked the first one. I actually 100%ed the second one. But I never did the third one fully because it started running into that problem where it was like, here's the same character, but like 20 different skins of this character.
Like this character. Now get ready for this character, but a smidge different.
How many Obi-Wans do you think we've got at this point, Jack?
I think we're up at 3 now.
I find it really funny that the version you unlock after completing episode 6 is just overpowered.
Oh yeah, because he's a Force Ghost.
Yeah, because
Well, I look-
Force Ghosts are just intangible.
I look forward to that. Just quickly, so Cramsey and Cleaner got a update with 2 new levels. This is the first of them, called Game Development Hell. We have been contacted by the community, who decided...
Okay, I didn't misread that. There is an I at the end.
Yeah, decided that their so-called life simulator project failed, so they purged the entire place.
Fucking hell.
Rockstar right now?
Basically.
Oh, God. Yeah.
I really want GTA 6 to flop.
It might, given how expensive it's projected to be.
God,
I
imagine
think-
it costing that much money to make, and it's still probably going to come out incomplete.
Making games
I think the
walk in the park.
I think the
So many
problem I
things
have
go
is
wrong.
that
People working for Wild at Heart's lost lives in the process.
Oh, God.
And their projects
I think I think the problem is though we aren't necessarily the target demographic. It's easy to forget games like COD and FIFA, no matter how awful they are, and you know how awful the companies are, people will still buy them.
It's that, what's that meme? The, rando on the internet diving in front of a gaming executive.
Well, no, I was gonna say games when they don't have a ball or a gun in it. So why games like Baldur's Gate are funny when they get like, because of the new hotness and people are playing it, but you've got people who like have never played D&D or, you know, have played that sort of game before and then getting bothered or annoyed. You could never make me play that game on my own time anymore.
What, Baldur's Gate?
I've played it far too much.
You get to a point where you're just sort of making the same decisions over and over again.
The problem is like, I don't think doing the evil options is ever rewarding. There's times where you can be anti-heroic, but I think ultimately, it's just not fun.
I think I don't like any game with a karma meter is always going to be hindered by the fact that most of them, see, they're either written well or they're written badly. In cases where they're written well, the evil games tend to, the evil choices tend to have negative consequences because they are in fact evil. Whereas in the badly written ones, they're just like having consequences indistinguishable from the good choices. At which point, why not do the good choice? Because you don't really get rewarded for doing the evil choice in any way.
I think
and it usually makes you feel bad.
I mean, I don't mind feeling bad. I think if the game does it well. But my problem with Baldur's Gate is that in some cases being evil is almost descends into the comical. Because not even because necessarily the funny, but more just because like, why would you ever do this?
Oh yeah, no, it's some of that shit's nonsensical. Like, it's like, well, I know like some chaotic evil, some people write chaotic evil as being so fucking stupidly evil that you just can't. You're just jonesing to do evil shit. You just like can't get that out of your system. You just gotta
like
fucking do it.
Christians.
Look, I wasn't gonna say it.
I will. I mean, to be fair, not every person who believes in religion is evil. I want to get that out of the way. It's just, unfortunately, there is a disproportionate number of people who will say have the cross in their username or their social media bio.
And be giant hypocrites, yeah.
Yeah, and who are evil.
I love Jesus as I do things that Jesus would hate me for.
Because to be fair, I work in an area where there is
no, Jesus doesn't hate anyone. He's just very disappointed, which is arguably worse.
There's an area I live in where there's a church that actually does help for people. Like they do provide like community services, which is great. I think I feel like far too many people forget that like churches shouldn't necessarily just be a place of worship.
Yeah. Like
especially when some doctors were working in churches.
One of the net positives that the Catholic Church actually has contributed to is like they do actually have a very extensive charity network. Like they've done a lot of awful shit throughout the centuries, but I can't deny that they've done a lot of charity work. Like, you can't really take that away from them without being disingenuous.
Graphic design was their passion.
Okay, that's funny.
I love the idea of just dual-wielding sponges. It's so dumb.
It's very silly. But it's fun silly. I feel like too many people are so focused on being cool and tough and whatnot that they don't really appreciate the importance of being earnest about things.
I think that's been a problem for a long time, though. It's why I feel like a lot of it's why I don't really care for The Boys or even Invincible, because I think
Invincible is a lot more genuine than The Boys.
Well, yeah, because the Invincible isn't doing like the stuff that The Boys does.
Invincible also just has like a genuine heroic arc for the main character. Like
it does. I think. Sorry, go on.
Because like people say that the Omni-Man is supposed to be the evil Superman, and that's it. No, Omni-Man is Zod. Mark is basically the stand-in for Clark Kent.
Yeah, of course. I think I mean, I think Invincible is less egregious about it. I think The Boys is the worst culprit of like.
Oh, the comic is so much worse than the show.
Well, I mean, because of the cynicism. I think a cynical piece of media can be fine. I think the problem is though is that like
It's
a lot
execution.
of deconstructions of superhero media are just terrible.
It's not just that they're terrible; they're also like.
I'd argue no. I don't think there's a single redeeming piece of Zack Snyder media as an example.
See, I don't think
And
deconstructions are inherently bad. I think they're bad when the person who's making the deconstruction doesn't have a love or affection or even an understanding for what makes the original work so well.
I completely agree.
I think we've talked about this before at one point, but yeah, that's more or less the takeaway I've gotten, and I've seen other people mention that similar takeaway.
It's why, like, when you see. Sorry, I just wanted to steam and beef that shot.
Yeah, no, I fucked it. I fucked it.
He didn't even say Kobe.
I thought there was a hoop.
No,
should you say Kobe? I thought he's bad.
No,
I hit
so
the light.
it's Yeet for distance, Kobe for accuracy, I think.
Well, no, I mean, I thought Kobe Bryant was a rapist.
I don't remember. People are hesitant to criticize him since his death.
I mean, I'll criticize him if he is a rapist because because he is one.
Yeah, that whole case just kind of disappeared from courts after he died.
I mean, I just can't believe that your president is.
Oh yeah. Oh god, I've seen so many memes about that.
I'm the best throat goat. I give the best blowjobs.
It's tragic.
He's like...
It's tragic that this is 100% going to matter more to his fan base than the pedophilia.
Yeah, no, that's actually fucking awful.
I think I posted... Oh no, I posted about it in the TFS gaming channel and another server I'm in. I was at a Queen tribute concert yesterday with some colleagues from work. And I was like, I asked some people, like, would it be aura to do Uma Musume dailies? Just like train one of my horse girls while I'm like listening to a Queen tribute. And yeah, I was telling my colleagues while there was a song going on about it, like about with Trump.
Did your colleague just lose their shit?
Well, I showed them the email that mentions it, like the alleged images that may or may not have been taken.
God.
But yes, it's also very funny, going back to all of his tweets from the 2016 election, and
oh my god, it's Bill's two exes beefing with each other.
Yeah,
or not exes, but you know what I mean.
Yeah,
the missus and the mistress, as it were. You've seen the Venn diagram, right, Kaido?
I've not, but I can already imagine how the Venn diagram would look.
I'm fairly sure I posted it in our history channel.
I think you did. Let me look. Yeah, it's in there. It's from yesterday. First post of yesterday.
For our viewers at home, it is a Venn diagram of Donald Trump, Hillary Clinton, and Monica Lewinsky.
Yes, that one. Yes.
If you know anything about the memes and the current events, then you know exactly what goes in each point of each overlap of that diagram.
Mm-hmm.
I still remember the tweet that Hillary posted. I think this is in like 2016, where she was saying by July 2017, Bill Clinton will have sex with the president of the United States.
Will have slept with, which is a slightly more G-rated version of it, but yes.
The foreshadowing.
It's so fucking funny.
The writing is fire. Like, I wish I could set up that kind of foreshadowing.
Legitimately, like, if this was actually like a written television show, people would be losing their minds even more than they already were.
There's people on Twitter trying to argue that Donald Trump was the throat goat as early as like the early 2020s, like a few years ago.
Oh my god. It's so funny.
I think there's still more under that beanbag, you know. On the other side.
The one that you didn't move.
Yeah, that one. That's the one I meant. You were looking at the one on the left.
Oh. There's a bit there.
Oh, the one left? The one that you did move, okay.
I didn't move it. I can't move them. They are stuck in place.
It like there was. If you go around the other side to the right of it, I thought there was a tiny bit, but I might be wrong. I might have been.
I think it's just a trick of the shadows.
Yeah. They like to do that. They're tricksy game developers. Trixie.
You walk into the wrong room and suddenly you're bombarded with microtransactions.
That would be a game's. You know what's like fucking an idea I had for a cyberpunk novel was a tech company develops the technology to let people like actively lucid dream and stuff, and one of the executives suggests putting advertisements in people's dreams. That's like one of the most dystopian fucking things I can possibly think of. Well, that's not, actively, authoritarian and murderous.
I remember there was an episode of Futurama that started with that.
It doesn't surprise me that my idea is unoriginal, but...
I mean, I'm sorry to just say, oh no, it's been done before, Jack, come on.
A Matt Groening show doing a concept?
Something Simpsons did it, yes. But no, there are no original ideas, and anyone who thinks that any of their ideas is like ultra original outside of maybe being the first to combine a couple of commonplace ideas is, probably up their own ass.
I think people forget as well with like the concept of a cliche. There's ways to do unique spins on it. When you have like say the 5-man band of a group of characters, that 5-man band can be very unique depending on the factors that go into such a group being conceived.
Oh, 100%. It could be the way that they get together. It doesn't have to be you all meet in a bar or a tavern or something like that.
Tabletop.
Exactly.
See,
That's a classic setup.
If I was going to do a you meet in a bar scenario, I'd actually do it deliberately so that it's a deconstruction of the idea of that. You all meet in a bar because you're all alcoholics. You're all really sad and pathetic.
Boom.
Nice shot.
My fucking bucket. Oh,
it was your bucket.
Yeah.
You were trying to get in the bucket, right?
No,
right?
I was just trying to chunk it, and it spilled, and now there's blood over here.
Oh my god, there's blood everywhere!
Oh, yeah, pillars. The rest of them.
Yeah, I think... Like, I'd like to think I try not to do deconstructions, at least with my the tabletop campaign I run, if only because, for me, I think the twists that I've done are more of the swerves that are easier to work with. I like the idea of doing relatively, played straight elements.
I honestly prefer it when you switch a deconstruction into a reconstruction.
Yeah.
Like I love the decon recon switch. It's a really neat angle to handle things from.
I mean,
It actually is like, oh, this person is going into depth as to how this works and how this can be changed and how things can change from there.
I'd say the biggest in terms of any sort of deconstruction, and it. I mean, I feel like already from the get-go, Akra being like this very sad and lonely person was never really deconstruction. That was just played straight.
Mm-hmm.
I think, if anything, the biggest swerve of him is how, like, almost childish he can come across.
Mm. It is wild how where some of these pieces of furniture are placed.
Yeah, no, I hate that last chair. That last chair drove me crazy until I found it.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'd be really
Is
cool.
there a couch cushion in the slide?
Yes, but not for this room. It's for up there.
Ah.
I think it'd be really cool if.
No, I can't. I remember I can't. I tried to just chuck it up there before.
I can't remember what I was going to say now.
Sorry.
No, it's not your fault. It weren't that important.
Alright. A nice stairwell. Where all this blood came from, I don't know, but, you know.
It came from somewhere or other. I don't know.
It's not my
Fine.
job
There
to
is-
know, necessarily.
The stair as well. I'm really glad for it.
A classic arcade game, Robot Catcher.
Mm. I've been really wanting to get Dispatch since the game is effectively finished now. I don't know why though. I can feel it in my bones that if I buy it, it's going to be on sale.
I mean, in fairness, that's probably the best way to go.
£1.
Like, in general with games, I think it's best to just go with,
I didn't realize
whatchamacallit.
Hades 2's on sale.
Ooh, neat. Yeah, my issue is I just don't have the money to spend on basically anything outside of necessities right now. 'Cause
Fair enough. I mean, I got paid 2 days ago, so...
I only recently came back from furlough, so I'm kind of waiting.
I
Yeah.
see.
My issue is that I need to get my car serviced, so I need to save money for that. And it's obviously Christmas time, so I gotta, you know.
Christmas time is there. Sorry.
Gotta try and make sure I've got, you know, at least some money for that.
I mean, there's nothing in any of the gacha games I'm playing that require me to that make me want to spend money, is what I should say. So I'm completely fine with that as well.
She was killing herself for the community until someone put her out of her misery.
Bro, you don't need to rhyme. It's a bit...
Spitting bars.
It's in
Bars.
poor taste. Bars. Put this pen behind bars.
It's a kniff.
I wonder what he benched.
Not enough.
I must have been resilient as hell. Endured being cut off, falling down the stairs, and above all, working for this sick company.
Is he normally this chatty?
Only when picking up bodies or occasionally new rooms. I have a feeling they may have added more lines for these two levels in the sense of, well, if we're gonna, you know, pay him to come back for these, you know, just 2 levels, we might as well have him say a lot.
I will say, I think certain games could do more with having characters who are a bit less chatty.
I mean, you got stuff like whatchamacallit, Power Wash Simulator, where you don't talk at all. I'm pretty sure.
I just mean in the sense of I'm trying to think of an example now. Like, I think just some action adventure games like God of War is a bit different because that's based on the newer ones are delving into Kratos and Atreus's relationships, but I mean, like, I think there's just some games where sometimes I'm like, the character doesn't need to be talking. I mean, I can't think any of the top of my head right now, but
I mean, that's the thing with God of War. If Kratos was, was even more laconic about with his relationship with his son, I think it'd take at least another game.
True.
For anything to be resolved there.
I think.
I mean, I'm assuming something got resolved in Ragnarok. I still haven't finished it.
I haven't even bothered playing it. I saw stuff of Ragnarok that kind of put me off it.
I'm fully intending on finishing it, but I think what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna replay, like, 2017 God of War and then go on to Ragnarok. Which is going to take me a while. Most likely.
I think I've said this several times. I think part of what makes me not even want to play Ragnarok is my dislike of heavy QTEs in boss battles where, like, how would I describe it? Where you're having to just watch a cutscene and characters doing stuff that the game doesn't let you do.
Yeah. No, that's fair.
I think, because I remember Gen mentioned Asura's Wrath.
I've heard really good things about Asura's Wrath, yeah.
So the thing is with Asura's Wrath, it's very, how would I say? I think it's very tongue-in-cheek. Like, it very much is aware that it's very campy and over the top. Because, like, to skip cutscenes before boss battles, Asura will punch the boss, and they'll have lost HP before the fight starts. Which I think is a really clever use of the, skipping a cutscene before a boss battle.
Oh, absolutely.
And Asura's Wrath does use a lot of QTEs. I think with Asura's Wrath, though, for me, that I think I don't mind as much of it is that there's a spectacle that the game has, and I think the game also how would I describe it?
Good for opening doors if you don't.
I think there's just something about the cutscenes that I like compared to, say, God of War 2017. Especially because I feel like God of War is a drastically newer game compared to Asura's Wrath, so I feel like there's less excuse. I mean, it's not to say that there needs to be an excuse made or otherwise.
I mean, yes, it's a definite sort of focus on cinematic experience, and while I personally think God of War manages to sort of do the blend of, a cinematic experience and gameplay fairly well, there are absolutely games that won't.
Yeah.
I mean, it gets to a certain point of, guys, just, make a movie or a TV show.
I think part of it as well is just like, because I know people give Metal Gear crap for their overabundance of extremely long cutscenes, and I don't blame anyone for hating those. I think Metal Gear though doesn't generally break up the combat. Like you're not having to stop a boss fight so that a character can like what's the word? Like gesture at each other, and you watch people punch each other while you don't get to play the game. I don't think there's anything wrong with QTEs necessarily in games though. I would just prefer it if I could also be able to do some of those things as well.
Yeah.
Something is blocking the way.
No, there's definitely an element of anything that you can do in the QTEs, you should be able to do, you know, in the game, especially after the QTE. Like, I don't mind them introducing a new thing, like a new ability in a QTE, but, you know, let me do it.
Like, because Devil May Cry Devil May Cry just doesn't do mid-game QTEs. The most you'll get is like a slight thing happening where you aren't playing the game for like 2 seconds at most. But it's usually because you've pressed a button to do the thing. It's not the enemy is at this percentage of HP, now this bit happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you also have games that are where a lot of the mechanics revolve around quick time events, like Until Dawn, for example, is one of them.
I think specifically I don't like QTEs in action games.
Mm-hmm.
Like actual like action adventure games like God of War, or even say character action games. But I feel like character action games, because like Metal Gear Rising with the Raiden game does have QTEs.
No.
But I think part of the fun is though of Rising is that usually the QTEs tend to precede a genuine change in the phase of the fight.
Mm.
We're all just
Or
sitting ducks in this
the cutscene is the prelude to then Raiden being able to slash the enemies up into tiny pieces. So it's almost like your reward for being able to get through the QTE, and now, you know, you can cut the enemy to pieces and, you know, you have that moment where you feel powerful.
Yeah. Yeah, in games where QTs are just part of the overall storytelling and mechanics of the flow of how the game goes, it's a lot different than like a game where you're doing like action adventure shit most of the time, and then it's just QTs and like a handful of cutscenes.
Hmm.
It is a kind of a abrupt shift in the gameplay, kind of,
Yeah.
which I think is why it might be.
What would you do if you had a job interview in a sauna?
Oh,
like,
God.
the job wasn't in, like, a sauna place. The job interview just happened in a sauna.
I would not go to that interview.
So I would be very tempted to go, but if I saw whoever was doing the interview, and if I didn't like the vibe, I would just not go. Like, I would leave.
Makes sense.
Okay.
You know, if the interviewer's, you know, good looking enough, maybe.
Yes, perhaps.
Damn it. I usually like to just keep the bucket in one place, but sometimes you'll get a level where, you know, it's more work to fucking keep going back and forth than to just carry it somewhere, but... You know how there's that, like, ADHD thing of, like, subconsciously you don't know quite where, like, the limits of your body are, and so you'll bump into things.
No.
Kinda.
I can't remember what.
I mean, I
can't remember what the actual term for it is.
I do have some spatial awareness problems, but it's not.
I mean, typically, it's generally fine in real life when, like, unless...
Do you mean dyspraxia?
Not dyspraxia, no. Let me see if I can try and remember it. I don't think I can remember it. It's a word that begins with P. I remember that much.
What is that? A wheel of misfortune?
Ah, damn it, we're fired. Let me just clean that up. I think I'm gonna need to...
Someone had a wicked aim.
Ah, damn it, it's gaslighting time.
No, it's not.
Hey, Mill, have you heard the joke about gaslighting?
No?
Yes, you have.
Oh god, you're in my brain!
HR specialist. Looks like her life was finally outsourced.
In the bucket you go.
Why is Gavin Newsom trending on Twitter?
I don't know. It's probably something... He's either, you know, clowning on Republicans again, or he's done something bad.
Gavin Newsom has outlined a broad Democratic coalition spanning moderates like Joe Manchin to progressives like Zoran Mamdani, aiming to expand the party's appeal without ideological purity tests.
That's actually not a terrible idea. Something about liberal infighting being just like a massive thorn in the side of literally any progress.
The issue is, stuff like that is how you get events like, you know, a group of Democrats deciding, nah, let's just end the shutdown now, despite how bad it's going to be for us and anybody else who isn't, you know, a rich
The worst thing about that is, like, if they'd said, like, our opposition was willing to make people suffer over this, and we weren't, like, I would have been a lot more understanding than if they just, like, fucking caved and said this isn't working, which is what they did.
I mean, the problem is, though, it sounds like you're rolling, you're spinning on the roulette wheel to decide if, and when you become a Democratic politician, you know, do you have to have your spine removed?
See, I thought it was a requirement to be a Republican, but whatever.
I mean, horseshoe theory?
I don't really buy into horseshoe theory, personally.
I don't, but I feel like horseshoe theory does definitely apply to a lot of Republicans and Democrats.
I think it's more just the consequence of the corporatocracy basically owning most of politics at this stage. Like, it is a case. It's like Citizens United was one of the single worst Supreme Court decisions ever. Like, the only ones I'd put above it are shit like Dred Scott, was it the fuck, or like Plessy v. Ferguson, shit like that, which are you know, genuinely horrific human rights things. No. For a second, I was going to say Brown versus Board of Education. I remembered, no, that one was unambiguously a good one. That was the opposite of Plessy v. Ferguson.
God, Jack going mask off.
No. Y'all don't really... I know neither of y'all are really familiar with the legal history of all the Supreme Court decisions.
Not especially.
So, Plessy v. Ferguson was was basically a Supreme Court decision in which they said, oh yeah, it's fine if you have separate accommodation for people of color compared to white people, as long as they're equal. So the whole separate but equal thing was from that, and that was a big contribution to Jim Crow laws.
Many HR managers.
I think you're going to have to take that down again, Mel.
Why?
Because there's blood on the back of it, on the wall.
Oh, shit. I can't
God
take it
damn
down. I missed that completely. I'll just come at it from behind. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
But yeah, I think the problem is that it's so much easier for people to, it's so much easier for the people in power to feel like they will lose their way of life if they don't continue what they already... That was loud.
I know.
They, like, a lot of them genuinely act as if their way of life will be completely tarnished or ruined if they don't... If anything even slightly changes for the better. Never mind that, like... And the problem is, how do you explain to... I don't even feel like sociopath is necessarily the right word. I mean, a lot of them do display sociopathic tendencies.
Yeah.
But, like...
There's blood on the back of that computer.
How do you... the problem is they aren't willing to be convinced. Because they don't want to be convinced. Because a lot of them kind of know that a lot of these progressive policies would make things better, but then they'd lose out on what they've already got, because a lot of it would have been earned, wrong word. A lot of what they have has gotten through, what's the word? Exploitation, that's it.
Well, there's also just a case of, to some with privilege, equality feels like oppression.
Yeah. Because the problem is that, like, they want to pull the ladder up. That's always what it comes down to. They want the ladders to be pulled up, even though the point is the ladder should always be there to begin with and should never be pulled up. But if the ladder isn't pulled up, then, what are they? How will they get to keep any of their ill-gotten gains?
And then, of course, there's the crabs in a bucket model, where they're like, they don't really profit, they don't really gain much from their privilege. They gain very little from their privilege, but they have that tiny bit of privilege, and anyone climbing past them gets pulled back down into the bin.
Yeah, of course.
Space Warrior.
I think some of the problems also just stem from the fact that no one wants to hold them accountable. So how are they going to be held accountable? Especially when it sounds like even, former presidents knew what was going on, but still chose to allow it to continue.
Roasting food over the campfire.
In regards to Trump anyway, and a lot of that stuff.
Yeah.
And then you've got people like Kamala, who were even likely blackmailed, but still chose to do what she's done.
Yeah. I mean, a case could be made that, like, get deep enough in the political system and your hands will never be clean.
I mean, I think it's because... I think there's a difference, though, between being unclean and being willing to actually, like...
Oh, there's a world of difference, but it is, like, some people see it as a slippery slope, and once they've fallen far enough down that slope, they don't think that they can ever get out of that.
I think it's because, unfortunately, a lot of people in power can get away with what they can do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I would love it if there was a politician where they were like, you know, like, I'm trying to think of how to describe it. Like, yeah, fuck it, we'll allow this and that. You know, progressive policies, I mean.
Mm-hmm.
You know, oh, some people are mad because, like, you know, like, oh, landlords will have to work jobs, not just live off the rent that they're getting from people.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
like,
no.
Honestly, if a landlord should either be like a side job or like a full-time job where they actually work on coordinating, like administrating the building and shit. Like administration repairs.
Yeah, but I think they should actually be having to do another job. Well, I don't even. I'll be honest as well. If you're, because you know, because I did debate with someone about it, and they were like, "What about old landlords?" And I said, "What about old landlords?" Like, I'm sorry, but if my landlord isn't going to be able to come over and fix the fucking leaking ceiling in my flat, then no, they don't deserve to live off that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care.
They should be able to do it themselves, or they should have someone who's able to do it for them.
Yeah, they should be able to get a contractor. But if they aren't even willing to do that, then no, fuck them, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know, I don't want my... You know, again, I don't rent. I mean, I'm actually a homeowner, but, like...
You are so fucking lucky. I envy that.
Yeah, I am. I mean, I'm probably going to end up moving anyway in, like, the next year or two, because it's just awful here.
Do you mean your local area or Britain in general?
That remains to be decided.
Which country would you move to if you left Britain is the question.
The problem would be is I would need to be able to have a job waiting for me or some skills to take over, and I don't have that. And I'm not going to university. I refuse to go to university.
Probably the right move. I'm fairly resigned that I'm never going to pay off my student loan.
Like,
It's just a fucking money sink if you don't have a pre-existing college fund.
Because, like, I just, yeah. And I just refuse... Because, like, I know a lot of people who went to university, and, you know, people have asked me, oh, why didn't you go? And I just said, well, I don't want fucking debt. Mm. Like, why would I want debt for a job that I probably won't go into?
It's kind of like damned if you damned if you don't thing. Honestly, like, trade professions are looking better and better as the years go on, just because, like, there's fewer and fewer people in those professions, and they have a lot less of a barrier to entry than most, like, jobs that require a college degree.
Like, I just... That's the thing, like, I don't... How would I describe it? I mean... See, I wouldn't even mind being a house husband.
Same.
For
one, I actually like cooking, so that would be something I'd actually be able to do.
Like, I would not mind that.
Who knows? Maybe I could write on the side.
What's that chair doing to deserve that? It's comboed against the wall.
Wasn't being cooperative.
I see. But yeah, I think what is it? I think I mean, I wouldn't mind necessarily living in England, even though it is becoming increasingly dicey. Even with all of the perceived things that, you know, could make England a great place to live. Couldn't see through the glass door.
Like I said, this thing affects me in video games as much as it does in real life, so...
That's fair. But yeah, like, I I don't really know where I would move to, because the problem is that, like, I'd have to scout out an area, and I don't drive. I don't own a car, so that makes things difficult.
It also limits where you can move to.
Well, yeah. To be fair, I wouldn't live rural. Like, unless unless I could get a bus to somewhere, I'm not living in bumfuck nowhere.
Honestly, same. I know of people who would like to live in like rural or small town areas. I do not understand them at all. That is
I think for a lot of people though who want to live rural and small town, it's because they are
Massacred by
normies doesn't feel like the right word, but in the context of being able to interact with the average public, you know, being fine with drinking, being fine with like watching certain television shows, having certain politics. I think those people are the kind of people who'd be fine living rural because of those factors.
Mhm.
Whereas I feel like people like us, it'd be more difficult because there would be less stuff to do that would suit our interests. There'd be less people to properly meet who, again, would also share our interests. And there'd be less access to facilities in places like cities or, you know, things of that sort.
So my parents currently live really rurally, like fucking 20 minutes away from the nearest town by car. And they have very much regretted it. Like, my mum has especially said that it's just a pain in the arse now for them to be so far away from any sort of, like, amenities.
It's not just amenities, like, it can be necessities, too.
But that's the thing. I feel like people don't... Because, again, unless all of your necessities can be met within, like, the local village, you are fucked.
Mm-hmm. Mopping.
That's right, I'm mopping a rug.
God, imagine actually trying to do that in real life. I mean, I know there are, like, some weird, like, rug mops that are out there. Like, I think it's, like, Swiffer or some shit. But, yeah.
Really, there we go.
Whoa. Oh. Damn, it spun around so you can't tell.
Don't put stuff against the wall again and miss the blood.
Yep.
Right, I've got some trash to pick up. Oh.
In the trash. But yeah, I could not live out in the fucking boonies.
Need to clear the way first.
Like, I might wind up living in, like, a fairly remote area depending on work stuff, but, like... I don't think I could, like, actually live out my whole life in, like, the boonies. It would have to be, like, if it was, like, a temporary work thing, maybe, but not, like, a long-term commitment.
I think... Well, that's it, and, like, how would I describe it? I also know I'd probably would be very unpopular, because I would not be afraid to say stuff that would bother people and rock the boat.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, at that point, great, I'll just commit social suicide, and then live in bumfuck nowhere as well. Great.
Yeah, that's the thing, like, if you say shit, it gets around very quickly in small communities.
I know I don't forget to check the wall before you put that board back up.
Yeah, that wall's fine.
What was I just saying? I'm already forgetting.
Yeah. Something Leonard Bernstein.
I don't remember. It weren't that important.
I think we were talking about what was it? Social suicide out in the boonies. Because small town community stuff.
I feel like that's a light novel title somewhere.
True.
I'm not going to wager whether or not it is.
I committed social suicide in the city, so I had to move out to the boonies.
I mean,
The thing is, it's usually the opposite.
I feel like that could be just the start of Stardew Valley.
I want to like Stardew Valley more than I do, but yeah.
I like Stardew Valley. I think part of what... See, I feel like it's easy to forget how cynical... Not cynical, because it's more like the game deconstructs.
That last part sounds like screaming.
Because, you know, like, it goes into, like, a very realistic portrayal of people dealing with, like... There's a character who deals with his alcoholism, and, like... You know, the guy who owns the shop you always have to go to is, like, kind of a dick, you know, secretly.
Blocking the way.
And there's a few things here and there where the game isn't necessarily as cute and cozy as it lets people think.
Yeah.
Which I think is fine. I like that.
Where's the printer? There's the printer.
I remember having started Stardew Valley ages ago, but I haven't really gotten back into it at all. And it's like, it does seem like a fun, chill game to just vibe with, but at the same time, like...
That's the thing, I can't just vibe with it. I get too into the minutia of it, and that drives me crazy.
Yeah. It's not just getting into the minutia of it, it's like, I want to plan out how I'm going to play the game, because I tend to do that with any game with an extensive amount of story and choices.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
for that, I usually pull up a fucking guide or something.
I think that's the thing. I don't want to have to open up a wiki to like, you know.
Mm-hmm. Also, should I throw the baseball at the Pyramid of Cups?
Yeah.
Oh, that was a shit throw. There we go.
Oh.
Oh yeah, no, it creates a bunch more fucking stuff that I have to pick up. Again, that wasn't
So
a
you're
great
saying... Nah, I'm not going to do the soundboard thing. I was going to do a soundboard clip, I decided not to.
throw. Right. What was
I
this?
still want to get a soundboard for personal use. Like an actual soundboard.
Not like a Discord soundboard.
I hate Discord soundboards because you can't. The editing for sounds is awful.
Yeah, it only really lets you determine the length of it and the volume, and that's about it.
The problem is though, if you the actual length is incorrect, like it isn't actually right. So if you fuck up the timing, you have to do the sound again and then re-upload it to whatever Discord server you're in, rather than being allowed an actual preview of the genuine length of the time it will last.
Yeah. Because, like, some soundboard stuff, it's just like, you have this. Whereas if you want to do like the typical air horn sound, you have to rapid fire click it to do. You know? Whereas if you
Yeah,
have like your own
sure.
soundboard, you could do the actual spam air horn.
I mean, I wouldn't use an air horn. I'd use other sounds.
I know, but that's just like one example of it.
I want one, and I can't find the exact soundbite, but it's a really loud and aggressively loud crunch. But I can't find the specific soundbite. I found similar ones, but it's not the exact one I want. There's at least one or two from Pizza Tower.
God, some of the soundboard bites, yeah, that does bring me into like some of the soundboard bites are things like that are copyrighted sounds, like that are like copyright like sound bits, whether it's just like musical stings or whatever.
I don't know. I think some Pizza Tower music is copyrighted, but I mean, if I had an actual soundboard, I wouldn't play it for more than the amount of time you're allowed to do.
Also, Mill, we do have to do our ad break at some point. Soon.
No, it's an hour mark, so we shall see you in an hour. Not in a fucking Christ. In 3 minutes' time.
An hour.
Yeah, I know. Okay. See you then, I guess. Okay, I think we should now be back. I don't know if Jack is back. Are you back, Jack? Jack is not back.
Konnichiwagwan even, Minas Lines.
Oh, God.
Sorry.
That's alright. Oh, yeah, this guy's room. I forgot about this guy's room.
Not play games all day long.
So last we left our heroes.
Wait, what?
Felix the Eladrin Painter, Bard even, Wizard, there we go, and Aldane the, I nearly said Genasi Rogue. And, the two of you walked into a game studio to clean it. There's been a horrible bloodbath of a murder that's gone on. And you've been tasked to wipe every surface down, put away the bodies, and pick up any detritus.
I mean, that reminds me of a couple of D&D related things. First, I watched a short from somebody who apparently played the worst D&D module ever.
Oh boy, let's hear about that.
Well, the overall villain is called a slur.
Oh no.
The G slur for Romani people. Very, very early on, the DM I should add, gets to roll for whether the party finds the one singular road on the map. And
God.
if they
How
don't...
do you not know where that would be? Just look at the ground.
And if you miss it, you can fight a variety of things, which includes 20 baboons, which all have their own individual turns.
What?
It won't move like this.
There was a whole bunch of other stuff that I can't remember off the top of my head, but it was a lot of bad... Oh, no, that was one. There is a 16-year-old girl who is the only one who is described as their age and gender.
Oh boy.
To get rid of the pedo?
I don't know. There was also... You had to do a quest in the town to get a potion to end the curse on, like, the country. And then after that, you meet the, overall villain, who then tries to, offer you a deal to give you the potion that you already have.
I mean, that's just aura.
It's that you can't go inside a vent and expect to be safe.
I can't remember anything else from it, but like just that level of dumbassery and shitness.
I was talking a while ago about Fatal to some friends in another server, in another D&D group of mine. That was funny. I wouldn't read much of the content of Fatal on stream, like what it contains. If you
Story design, nice. I guess there's a dead body in every good story.
But the other D&D thing, why aren't you letting me pour that?
you need to scan your card properly so you can do your tasks.
There we go. Yeah, the other D&D thing is my in-person group. We're planning a Curse of Strahd campaign.
Hmm.
I'm going to be a cleric, but I'm not sure what subclass yet.
What class are you playing?
Cleric.
You're playing Curse of Strahd, right?
Yeah.
I mean, light wouldn't be terrible to do. You know, considering how bad and like grim.
Strahd campaigns. Those are
is.
the big bat. The BBEG for those are is a vampire dude, right?
Yeah, he is Strahd. I liked because he's the rare example of a tabletop villain that is designed to be recurring. Because part of the design of Strahd is you're expected to raid his castle semi-regularly.
That's amazing.
God damn it,
Like,
these punks are back again!
Basically, because Strahd does not care, he kind of is so powerful that it's fun to him to let you do it. Because, like, depending on what you do, you could find the Sunblade weapon, which is, like, a guaranteed item unlike the Fighter or Paladin. Then you've got, like, there's a person he's got captive, who if you save, like, unlocks several quest lines. There's, like, a lot of shit you can do, and Strahd is semi-expected to be played by a GM who kind of has some level of acting ability. Because again, like, Strahd can just randomly ambush the party and, like, invite them to dinner. And it's supposed to be, like, a tense situation because Strahd could just cause a TPK. But I know there's a meat grinder of a dungeon in Curse of Strahd. I believe it's completely optional. I think it's called, like, the Murder House.
Yeah, I'm sort of expecting that.
Yeah, Murder House. I knew it, yeah.
I am very much expecting, like, for at least 2 or 3 player characters to die at some point.
I mean, I know if I was to ever play one, I already have a character I'd want to do, and it's a character I've already played. But the idea would be is that, like, he'd be a high level paladin. The miasma that surrounds Ravenloft as an area would have gotten to him and, like, weakened him, which is why he'd be a lower level character.
I am Greg. Good to know.
Hi, Greg. Bye, Greg.
Yeah, it didn't go well for Greg.
I bet he wasn't a fan of that.
He a fan, he a fan, he a fan, he a fan.
Okay.
That dude looks like a fucking Bethesda NPC.
I was gonna say, it looks like an extra in Skyrim.
Yeah, I'd even say Fallout.
Yeah, I think, if I remember correctly, part of the story of this level is that the coders sort of went crazy and medieval, which is why their room down in the offices looks like, you know, a fucking barbecuing pit from the medieval times. Guess somebody took that seriously. And yet they... Oh, no.
If you're savage.
Yeah. Made a barbed wire baseball bat with like fucking circuit boards and Ethernet cables.
That was like something out of Like a Dragon 7.
First things first. Gotta scrub.
Yeah, whatever.
Here he is. The wild coder. Shot dead like a hunted animal.
Into the corpse elevator you go.
So we meet at last. Greg, you were strong, but your bad luck was stronger.
And last one.
That must be the CEO. He aimed high but accomplished nothing.
In terms of what we were talking about during the ad, Kaido, I totally get the sort of not playing very many new games this year, because I don't feel like I've played that many either.
No, I think we need to add a line to the Google Doc as well. To the doc as well. Not a line, a section for the games we will be discussing in this year's stream.
Yeah.
I always forget fucking Monster Hunter came out this year.
It's also
Fucking
just been a
hell.
long year, and so there's like quite a few games
Oh
that,
yeah.
that I'm just sort of like, oh wait, shit, that came out this year?
I forgot about the Freedom Wars remaster as well.
The CEO is dead. Long live the new CEO. Me. Now I can finally.
Sucks to be Greg.
Rip Greg.
Yeah, I because what's it called? Yeah, fucking. I played the what do you call it now? The Freedom Wars remaster. I forgot I even did that.
I mean, if I'm honest, this game is probably the main new game from 2025 that I've played. Trying to think of anything else. Like, I've played other games, but they have very much not come out this year.
Yeah, same. I've actually played a lot more games, like especially on Steam this year, than I have in the past several years. Honestly,
You know
and
what?
almost none of them are new.
I think, therefore I am. I am gonna buy Dispatch and Hades 2.
Do it. No, you got this, man. You can do it.
I mean, I've been trying to stay away from, like, Dispatch stuff, because I have a feeling I probably will like the game. It's just a case of actually getting it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'd love to stream it at some point. That'd be awesome, but I also just don't have the money to spend on a new game.
Maybe I'll just add it to my wish list and wait for a sale. And see how much
I
That
forgot
is what I'm
discounted.
probably gonna do.
I forget PayPal can let me pay in 3 installments.
That's neat.
I don't trust doing that though. I don't know why, it just feels too good to be true.
Some places it probably will be, because they'll, you know, come after you with a ton of interest. Other places were not that smart in how they set that shit up, and are now facing a lot of fucking, you know, debt
I mean,
that is
it's
not been paid
PayPal
off.
though.
PayPal
Like, I
probably
feel like
would
with
come
Pay-
after you.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know
Gotta
how
break
it
your
would work. Do they
kneecaps,
just
right?
learn more?
But like, Klarna, for example, they're in the shitter.
I'll just do the full transaction.
I mean, how much is it?
So, Hades 2 is currently 20 quid because it's on sale. Dispatch is 25 quid. So, 44.98 £, for 2 games.
Not bad.
That is actually pretty good.
Especially
considering that some AAA games cost like
More than
150% of that price, yeah.
I mean, I could have bought Elden Ring a third time with that much money, because Elden Ring has always been consistently cheap.
And
which is why I think... Like, I was really tempted at one point to buy Elden Ring for several people as as Christmas gifts.
But yeah, the replayability of Hades 2 is going to mean you'll definitely get your money's worth.
I mean, maybe the higher difficulties will be better. I really didn't like some of the packs of punishment in Hades 1.
Yeah, that's sort of the consistent, thing that I'm not a huge fan of. Especially when I'm just trying to do the story. I'm just trying to make progress in the story, and I've got to have these fucking packs of punishment up, and I'm just like, well, this isn't going well for me.
I mean, I did the epilogue, which I think is, I beat the game. I didn't have to do the epilogue, and I did. So I think I did as much as I wanted to with Hades, so I don't care that much. I just, what do you call it now? I feel like some of the packs of punishment, though, were a bit too much, and I also hated some of the weapons.
That does not change in Hades 2, let me tell you.
Because,
some of the weapons just feel dog shit.
So some of the weapons were fine, because, I actually liked the normal sword and Excalibur. And, I love the Spear of Guan Yu as well. I'm trying to think... I actually love the fists. So I love the basic fists because they have a built-in dodge chance.
Yeah.
And I spec'd into Hermes boons so that I could get, over 75% so I could never get hit.
Yeah.
And plus, of course, the Athena dash.
So there is a fist equivalent in terms of weapons. There is also, I mean, my big issue is with the Umbral Flames, I think, which I just have never figured out how to play properly, and so they just seem shit.
Yeah, is that a Hades 2 weapon?
Yeah.
Because I actually don't know what the weapons are like in Hades 2.
Isn't it a bit more, whatchamacallit, magic-oriented than Hades 1?
Yes.
A witch's staff.
Just like me. But I never declared
Dual blades. Oh, they're actually pretty cool.
Dual blades I really like.
What's the black coat supposed to be?
That's the fist equivalent.
Ah, okay. What does the Argent Skull do?
That is another one that I never really figured out how to play, and yeah. You throw skulls and can have skulls circling you? I'm really not sure, if I'm honest.
Oh, kind of like, whatchamacallit, the Crown of Stars spell, but all the time.
Because, because I also loved the Beowulf shield in Hades 1. I loved all of the different aspect weapons they did.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all pretty varied. I used the bow and the spear the most. Those are the ones I got the farthest with.
the bow is my least favorite weapon.
What the?
See, I like it.
This?
For me, I felt like the bow didn't do enough damage, and I felt like the bow didn't have a lot of synergy with certain boons. So I
I mean, it depends on who you get the boon from, yeah.
Like, I think
Artemis boons work really well with the bow.
I tend to like Dionysus's boons or Demeter's because of the stacking debuffs.
Yeah, those tend to work better with close range weapons.
This guy makes me want to turn myself into a pickle.
Oh my god, Pickle Kowalski!
Remember when Pickle Rick was a meme that everyone got tired of eventually?
I remember.
I'm just really glad I never got into Rick and Morty. One of my friends was like a really big fan of it, but I just didn't care about eventually watching it, and then like people were extremely obnoxious about Rick and Morty.
I
And I
actually
felt
did
like I
like
was
Rick
just-
and Morty for like the first couple seasons, then I just fell off it hard.
But I felt like I could be justified in not wanting to watch it because I was like, well, I don't want to be associated with those people.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't blame you.
Me being rewarded for being lazy.
It does work like that sometimes.
Like, I mean, I still think it's really funny that I still have Disco Elysium gifted on my account, but I'm probably never going to play it because the devs are... Not the devs, but the higher-ups were awful.
I mean, I'll probably play it at some point because I already have the fucking game. So, like, at that point, like, there's really not much that's changing it, and like, I don't really know enough of. I don't know what exactly the dev situation is, but by my understanding, it's not nearly the level of problematic I've seen of some other game devs who have done a lot worse.
Fake plastic trophy.
Of course, there are.
What's next?
From what I do remember, they did do some pretty shitty stuff.
Employees?
Well, I believe the higher-ups basically kicked out all of the development staff.
Right, that's what they did. Also, Mill, are you cool with me clearing out the video games list on the Google Doc?
Go for it. Actually, copy and paste it. Like just.
You know, I'll just start
right at the
another.
bottom.
I'll just start another category. I'll just do a new section rather than remove the old section. That's probably the better way to do it. At least for now.
Oh. That was nice. Right.
And y'all can add to it as needed. I'm putting Hollow Knight on there because that is the game I have played the most this year that isn't a game I'd played before.
No, that's fine. I mean, that's the thing. Absolutely feel free to put games that you've just played this year that haven't even come from, this year.
Are you going to be talking? Are you going to be talking about the Haikyuu gacha?
Yeah. We set a precedent last year.
Put Uma Musume on then.
I'm fine with that. You and Gen will
Gen
have
and I'll
plenty
be
to talk about, yeah.
We're gonna dedicate three halves. That doesn't make sense. We're gonna dedicate an entire half of the stream to be Uma Musume. The problem I have with Uma Musume is a lot of the characters I want aren't until like year 2 or 3 of the global client.
That's gonna be a while out, yeah.
Yeah.
Even with the apparent accelerated timetable they got going.
Yeah. To be fair though, they recently did like the big update to the game, which no one expected to come already.
Some deep unresolved
Like, people were expecting the big update to come. Excuse me. The big update is expected to come during the actual anniversary of the game, not right now.
Just an intern. Just a
So
pawn in the CEO's game.
the problem is though is that by the time the big update came,
Practice to prove that I am
certain
wild at heart. If it ends badly, just tell my parents it's not their fault.
Thanks to me, your parents will never know
Um,
about any of that.
But yeah, there was characters and support cards that were already in the game at the time during the big update in the original version of the game that don't currently exist, and there's just things that are in the game or are in the
What
game
was
that
that?
weren't originally.
In-depth look inside the mind of an asshole.
And so there's basically no real way to know what the most optimal way to play the game is right now. Because up until now, people could look at the JP version of the game to know what is the optimal things to do. Whereas now, there's potentially entire characters that are suddenly a lot more meta relevant, just on the basis of the the updates happening when they have.
But you get a 1% raise!
Oh,
Bad news is I don't quite remember where the last computer I've got to check is. Oh no, I do. This guy. Bye, Will Lee.
It's almost like God was testing him.
And then one last secret to find. Let me just go downstairs. This way. And here. Boop, boop. Boop. Don't open dev inside. Don't dev open inside. This is a lot of stairs. Use the Nippon steel to get rid of these boards.
Glorious Nippon steel, yes.
I'm just looking at Musume stuff. I forgot there's a character that her name is abbreviated to NTR.
Oh yes, Narita Top Road.
And then you've got AV as well. So imagine having NTR AV on your team together.
I fucking hate everything. I fucking hate computers. I fucking hate the Unity engine. And I fucking hate myself. I want to kill myself. I want to end this nightmare. And I want to evaporate as quick as I can. I want to smash every fucking little thing in my room to pieces.
Average porn game developer.
Soon after. So, yeah, basically, this is all I wanted to say. Please don't talk to me, because I want to scream and kill people. Also, I'm joking, because I know in 10 minutes I'm gonna be okay. Thank you, with peace and love.
Life, man. But you can't live without it.
I'm just gonna close that back up. It'll be fine. Don't worry about it. It'll be up and at 'em in no time. So many stairs.
So many stairs.
Actually, you know what I really want to get into? Dog Ningen.
What's that?
It's a manga made by this black guy where the main character is half man, half dog.
Right.
The actual series isn't called Ningen. It's the N word, but obviously, people call it Ningen who aren't black. It's like the.
Yeah. I get the sense that actually calling it by its title when you're not black is not a good idea.
Say the word, guys. Come on. Say it. No. But
we just
yeah,
got
you can,
access to monetization. You want us to risk it now?
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, I didn't know.
You can test that
But
by
yeah, you
subscribing
can-
to us or giving us bits.
Nah. But yeah, you can like buy Dog Ningen, the manga. It's like a physical manga you can buy.
Daddy's working for a mob boss, but you're still a good boy.
But I've only heard good things about it. Like, it actually tackles stuff like family trauma and a lot of other like similar topics.
So you say it's about family?
If in so many words.
I don't know why, but I can't get access to those last two things on the skill tree. I think the game may have bugged a bit. So I've got everything else.
Oh my god. The newest episode of Uma Musume Cinderella Grey is a 9.7 out of 10. It's like an entire 0.4 over every other top anime right now.
Good for it. I look forward to watching it.
We stand Ogre Cap in this house.
Absolutely.
I pray to the flag and I kneel to the Tamamo cross. Tamamo cross is one of the characters I want to wail for.
She comes out, what, year 2?
I don't know. All I know is that I just love that she's this really short Uma Musume that also has an Osaka accent.
It all had to end up like this.
And
Yeah,
this
no, she's great.
quite
And she just
jacked.
makes really loud, shrill noises in the game. She's just very funny. I'd say if you wanted to Google characters, Gentle Donna is one of the ones I really want to get. The whole gimmick about her is that in real life, the actual horse was really physically powerful. Like, she would actually shove other horses aside while running.
Weren't you, Tyler?
And in the game, she is shown compressing an iron ball into the size of a marble.
Okay.
That's
Someone
pretty
did
fucking
the-
rad.
Someone did the maths. Apparently, you would have a greater force than the sun to be able to do that.
Sorry, Tyler.
Jesus Christ, that's loud.
Get you out of.
That's the second time I managed to get you just by dropping a pipe.
2 hours of 2 hours of crime scene cleaner broken up with occasional metal pipes.
Clang, 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 clang.
But yeah, with Gentle Donna though, because her whole gimmick is about her being physically powerful.
Mm-hmm.
She actually, when she uses a special skill, she has like this power. She has this like Super Saiyan aura around her character.
The movie night is over. He seems to have liked music.
Then you have like,
His music didn't like him back.
let me get this Uma Musume.
I wish we had met under different
So I'll DM you this character, but like, it's impossible for me to believe that this woman goes to a school. Because how old do you think she would look like?
Well, let me see.
40.
Like, yeah, I was gonna say late 30s,
Yeah.
early 40s.
Yeah, but she's like going to the same school that all the other Uma Musume are. So it's like...
Is it outright stated to be a high school? Could it not be like a college?
It's supposed to be high school, generally, because the initial cast are all supposed to be high school age. I think the thing is, though, of Uma Musume, all the characters are deliberately vaguely aged. Mostly for the sake of, like... Because the problem is that some of the characters in Uma Musume are each other's parents or children.
Yeah.
And so it's really hard to be like, oh yeah, these characters exist in the same space when, like... there's decades of real life age in between them both. Because, like, one of the characters in the base game, Maruzensky, she was around during the bubble era of Japan, so, like, the 80s. And her gimmick is that, like, she thinks she's hip and trendy because she refers to, like, old things that were only popular in the 80s of Japan, like shoulder pads
And being able
Italian
to buy property.
food. Well, the thing is, though, she's vaguely 17, but she owns a car, like a supercar, that she drives on the regular. And she recently just had an event where the whole gimmick is based on, like, 80s Japanese disco. Because in the 80s well, Yakuza 0, right?
I have, yeah.
Do you remember the disco with, like, the fans?
Vaguely, yes.
Like, there's 80s Japanese disco music, and she's got a fan in her hand.
Better?
I do
But,
actually. I have bought Yakuza 0 on Steam, and I will replay it at some point.
I'd be down to pop up in streams for it.
We have discussed it
I
as a
remember
potential
you-
stream game.
I mean, I remember you going on about how much you liked the dancer style for Majima.
I do love the dance style for Majima, yeah.
Whereas that was actually my least favourite style for him.
It's more that the dancer style was the one where I found a consistent combo that especially worked against Mr. Shakedown.
Which is fair. I always just used the fug and the baseball style. But I also weren't the biggest fan of those games' combat, because I think they were fine in 0, but I think Kiwami 1 really accentuated how awful Kiryu can feel to play.
I did not massively enjoy Kiwami 1. I was fine with the story, but, like, yeah.
I hated Kiwami 1. See, I'm actually someone who really loves 4. 4's actually one of my favourite of the Like a Dragon series. Because that was the game that introduced multiple characters. And they all played very unique.
Yeah.
Because there's an entire character based around parries.
Ooh, okay.
And he has heat actions for his parries. There's another character is about him being absurdly strong. And he can charge his strong attacks. And when he hits them with a charged strong attack, it can lead into heat action chains.
Okay.
And in 5, he is able to lift lamp posts from the ground and use them as weapons.
Okay.
And one of the other characters in 4 actually introduced a lot of the heat actions from Majima's Breaker style.
Ooh, okay.
Because I'll be honest, if you play 4 and 5, you will see how much those games originated a lot of animations. Because 5 is what introduced Bakanitai as a song.
Great. Yeah, I think, because that's the thing. I've got Kiwami 2, and I've got Yakuza's 3, and I think I've got Yakuza's 3, 4, and 5.
Well, they were part of the remastered bundle.
But I think
So yeah.
I'm pretty sure I've got them, and I'm fairly sure I've actually got 6 physically, because I found it for cheap in a game store somewhere. So I was like, hey, fuck it, I'll buy it. Planning on playing the entire series, and then Kiwami 1
if
happened.
you can, I cannot recommend highly enough for you to play Dead Souls.
I've also got that physically as well, because I'm fairly
Souls
sure I bought it off eBay.
Dead Souls is so fun, in the worst way.
It's absolutely one of those things where I was intending to play the entire series, and then A, I got quite busy, and B, you know, Kiwami 1 was just such a slog to get through. It was just sort of like...
I don't blame it, because I actually think Kiwami 1 is a bad game. I think part of my issue, though, of Kiwami 1, I couldn't do all of the mini-games because I have the console in my living room, so I couldn't play Mushy King. Like, yeah, I'll just play the game where there's, like, big-boobed women, like, wrestling in my living room. Yeah, sure, that'll go down well.
Seriously? Right in front of my salad?
Well, in 2, you're taking photos of gravure models. Like, how the fuck am I supposed to game in my living room?
As good as new.
But
yeah, I definitely would not be against playing Yakuza 0 on stream.
See, I think I'd be interested in seeing your opinions on 5, because 5 was the thing that came before 0, and a lot of the gameplay elements of 5 were transplanted into Kiwami 1 and 0. So yeah, I'd be really interested to see what you think of 5, because I hate 5 story, but I actually like 5 as a gameplay game.
Yeah.
Because there's an entire mini game based around being a taxi driver, and you have to follow the rules of traffic.
Oh god, okay.
That sounds
like
awful.
you have to indicate.
Oh god, okay.
You have to indicate, or else you get less points, and you get people who will randomly run in front of the car, you know, across it when there's no crossing.
Oh
Because
god,
people do that.
Yeah. Oh no, trust me, I'm well aware.
There's some blood behind you at the bed.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, you have to like do that. But for the same character, you get an initial D-style racing minigame.
Okay.
So much blood.
Because the devs of the Yakuza games did the initial D arcade games.
Oh,
like
okay.
Sega.
Yeah.
Because they were made by Sega. Because Sega actually owned a lot of arcades.
Is that another thing Gen Z killed?
I think the pandemic. I'm still really sad that from Like a Dragon 7 onwards, that Don Quixote isn't a shop anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think they lost the licensing.
Damn, that's a shame.
That sucks.
One thing I will say that I do love, in the earlier Like a Dragon games... I wish someone would do that to me. I mean, what? Yeah. They had, like, old Sega music in some of the shops. Like, there's actually... If any of you know either of you know the Billy Hatcher games on GameCube, they had, like, one of the theme songs from that.
Right.
I think one of them had music from Sonic Rush.
Oh, jeez.
4 especially such a weird game, because 4 was actually what introduced a lot of the gameplay elements that stuck. Because 3 was what introduced karaoke.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
I would have expected that to be like a thing from the very beginning.
3's karaoke is awful, though. I think Kiryu only has one song for himself, and the other ones are ones that you do with hostesses.
Okay.
Honestly, I don't know if you'd be willing to wait for the remake of 3. The problem is, though, one of the main characters in 3, his actor and likeness is a sex criminal.
Great.
But so was the original actor and likeness of his character as well.
Oh, so they're just being consistent, I guess?
There's literally been, like, an entire boycott of the game, like, hashtag replace Kagawa. I think the actor's called Kagawa.
Kagawa?
Either way, but yeah, like...
I'd hope that's the name of his actor, otherwise they're boycotting for some other dude who may not be involved.
But yeah, it's crazy. And it's a shame, because 3 actually has one of my favourite final bosses in the series. And 3 actually has one of my favourite characters in the series as well. But yeah, 3, 4, and 5 actually introduced a lot of things that the series later takes for granted. Because yeah, like I said, 5 introduced the Baka Mitai song.
It looks like they were trying to get their lives together.
Like, I'm trying to think of what else there was. Like, the styles technically were already introduced in 4, but they were across multiple characters. 4 also introduced the business mini games as well.
Okay.
Hey Mel, is it cool if should I put Crime Scene Cleaner on this list?
Absolutely, yes. As I said, this is probably the only game that or one of the few games that I've played this year that actually, I'm fairly sure, came out this year.
Should I also put House Flipper on here?
No.
Fair enough.
If nothing else, I think I probably already talked about it on one of these streams, and there hasn't been enough change in it for me to do it again.
Didn't do it last year, so I don't know.
I'm going to be honest, this place probably stinks really badly. Yeah, 3 monitor setup, this place fucking pongs. I'm sorry.
Rip.
Oh, there's a bong and there's cat stuff, so like it probably does read. Just, but what I was saying though, yeah, like, it's really funny because 4 is also the only game where Purple plays.
What was that? Sorry.
For the Like a Dragon seat, Little China or Little Asia is in 4 is the only time it's ever explorable.
Oh. Okay.
Like, as an actual location you can walk through.
Yeah.
And 5 introduced multiple cities.
Party supplies.
Because it was only... So, Like a Dragon 2 introduced Sotenbori, but 5 introduced other cities that weren't just Sotenbori.
It did not go fine.
And yeah, there's loads of little things like that, because like in 4 as well, each of the 4 main characters has specific weapon proficiencies that they actually just use better with. Which I didn't mind too much, because like I feel like in Like a Dragon games you can usually get away with not using weapons that much.
Yeah.
And 4 actually have had a lot of the characters fighting each other, like the main characters. Like, there's a scene where Kiryu's fighting 2 of the main playable characters at the same time.
Okay.
And there's a QTE where Kiryu you have to mash the button to get Kiryu to throw the carrot, because they're holding onto his arms. Like, one of the characters is on one arm and one of the other characters is on his other arm. But if you don't break out of the QTE, like by mashing, both the characters actually do like a combo against you.
Okay.
And it's kind of really cool to watch. Like, it's almost worth it to fail the QTE just to see it happen.
Just to see it once, yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
I will say though, 4 has a really uncomfortable moment with Haruka.
Oh boy.
Yeah, there's a scene where one of the main characters is basically like on top of her.
Holy. I haven't seen this before. This is new. I guess this is all my equipment.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, I had not found this room before, so that's new. But we are coming up to the 2-hour mark, so we can probably call it here. Alright. So, thank you everybody for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. Thank you, Kado, for joining us.
No problem. I'm not in work for Monday, so I thought I'd stay awake.
Samesies. In terms of future stuff, Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Please do give us a follow and a subscribe here on Twitch and all that YouTube stuff.
Like, subscribe there as well. Leave a comment down below. Please press that bell icon for notifications.
And otherwise, hopefully, we'll see you on Tuesday. Good night.
Later.